So how long have you been doing the streaming thing? Looks like you've completed a lot of games. Yeah, I've been streaming for a little bit over a year. I think I started streaming. So the month I started streaming was July, and I celebrated my 1 year anniversary of streaming on January a few months ago. Yes, so a little bit over a year and a half of streaming. I've been doing this so far. But yeah, the um some of the games I finished already. I was able to finish because some I've already replayed and some I have already replayed and so I just replayed them again as it says below for our friend. And because I knew a majority of stuff already, I just went through the games quickly. And for the other games I did play that were new, probably the longest ones were Resident Evil 4 and God of War, but those I was able to finish like in 2 months, so they were still pretty quick. And plus, it helps that I've been playing since I've been playing video games since I was a kid. So the different kinds of video games, like I could catch on to the gameplay quicker than other people. So I got you into streaming, trying to grow and make it big. Uh, cause like uh before I started streaming, I was thinking about doing this. I was thinking about just streaming, and then I was thinking like, do I want to stream? Like, is that something I'm actually interested in? Um, but then at some point, I was having a conversation with my friends. We were just talking about games and movies and stuff, and and then after the conversation, that's what kind of could push more the idea of why don't I stream? 'Cause I'm just the main thing that kept going through my mind was like, it wouldn't hurt to try it at least. And um uh, I could start streaming for like a month or two, and see how I feel about it. And if I like it or don't like it, like I could decide from that point on. And so the main motivation just being, hey, why not, like, let's see how it goes. And so when I thought like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And my only question was, what game do I want to start off streaming? So then I thought, why not Resident Evil 4? Uh, and the reason I thought Resident Evil 4 is because I thought it would be fun to play a game I never played before. And I've been wanting to play Resident Evil 4 for a long time now, because ma- mainly because of how highly everyone speaks about it, and because of its crucial importance in terms of video games, because frankly Resident Evil 4 really is an important game in video game history, because it actually changed, actually, like, it sent a shockwave in terms of future games being created. And also because I have watched some people streaming through my Xbox. That's when I remembered of like, oh yeah, if I don't have the streaming equipment for like the computer stuff, the I could do it through the Xbox itself. Like, it has its own streaming options, which apparently the PS4 does not have. Or like for in order to use the PS4, it's a little bit more complicated than that. And so when it was January, I streamed it. I streamed all my whole playthrough of Resident Evil 4, and during the oh, sorry, I should have mentioned beforehand, I stutter when I speak. So it takes me a while to properly say what I'm thinking. So I apologize beforehand, for the amount of times I stutter or repeat myself. That's just how I talk. Um, and so by the time I beat Resident Evil 4, off stream, once I beat it, I was thinking of like, all right. So all those times I was streaming, like, it felt good. Like, I didn't I didn't feel really uncomfortable, like having a camera in front of me, and having others watch, even though, quite frankly, at the start of that, no one was watching. I think I think it was just me and my friend who created an account on Twitch. But he only created it so when he's free, he can watch me stream, and he's also a moderator. but he doesn't really come that often. He only comes for certain occasions. Like, hey, no worries on the story or anything at all. All right, thanks for the boost in confidence. I appreciate that, honestly. But yeah, so when I beat it, I was just thinking to myself like oh, I didn't feel really uncomfortable or really awkward. Well, during the whole time I was going through the game, so I just thought like why not just continue? Why not just keep playing some games and let's see how that goes? And so right after Resident Evil 4, I don't remember the next game I played after. Um, then after that one, it was the other game. Then after that one, it was God of War, the the fourth one, the PS4 one, and then after God of War, it was just the other games I was playing, and without even knowing, like it was gonna come close to a year, and I'm like, oh wait, I'm gonna come close to my 1 year of streaming. I'm like, oh wow, yeah, I've been doing this for a year already, and it has already become like not a habit, but like it's already streaming has already become a thing that I just remind myself of like, oh, like, okay, tomorrow is Wednesday or today is Wednesday. Remember streaming day, so get everything ready and make sure to make the time to stream, and then boom, and then that's how I am here right now. But yeah, so the main reason I stream is just because I want to. The main thing just being that all I'm doing is just playing video games, but now anybody on the internet can watch me. Like that's the only difference, and so like that's fine with me. Like whatever, and that's how it is. And like during this whole time of streaming, I have only received one tip, and that was from someone that I've been following for a long time on YouTube, and he has an account on Twitch also, but he just enjoys watching other people play stuff, and he came to my stream as I was celebrating my 1 year anniversary, and he tipped me $20, and that was the only time that someone has tipped me, and when he actually tipped me, and I saw that, I'm like, what? Wait, what? I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. Tipping is a thing here. Like I forgot that if someone wants, they can actually tip me. So and I even have it down there of the tipping option, but I sometimes forget that I have that there, only because no one has done it before. I tipped that one time. So like the money thing. So like the money thing. If someone wants to send me money for a tip, like, oh wow, man, that's honest, that's surprising and very generous of you, and I can't thank you enough for that. But if no one wants to, but if no one wants to tip, that's also okay with me. Like I am having fun just doing this because I'm just playing video games. That's it. I'm doing something that I love and that I've been doing since I was a little kid. So overall, that's my story of streaming. I don't know how I started doing this. Hopefully that answered um, your question as well as your curiosity. I hope so. And if not, if you still have questions, feel free to ask. As long as they're not too personal questions. But I don't think you have those questions.